In this episode, we're going to talk about delivering puppies. It's going to be a little in the weeds and long, but it needs to be so that way you guys are going to be ready to deliver your litter of puppies at home. Hopefully you learned something. That is the whole point. Let us know if you like it. Hey everybody, it's Sean Del Grego. I'm a doctor at Level PA. Outside my comfort zone, but I'm also a dog breeder. As a dog breeder, and I've been doing it for many years, there comes that time where you have bred your female. So Molly is our new acquisition that we got the boxers in Del Grego. We just got her last year, and actually she was my brother's dog. Great dog, has been with us and doing wonderful things. Well, she's pregnant now. We bred her with Trooper, and so she's ready to have her first litter of puppies with us. This is actually her third litter of puppies. So some of the things you need to watch out for when you're breeding your female and you're getting ready to start the phase 2 of pregnancy and birth and whelping is you're going to hear them start to pant. Stop holding your breath. And then once you start seeing them pant and you see that they have a little bit of discharge, then you know that they're ready. Vaginal discharge, in other words, the water being broke. Then at that point I would set up a good whelping box or a site for whelping, which in this case what you're doing is you put some towels and things like that in a quiet, dark, or could be warm place preferably. Should be around 80 degrees. What that's going to do is going to allow the dogs to get comfortable, relax, and get ready to have those puppies. As you can see with Molly right now, she's pretty comfortable in the shower here. The good thing about this is easy cleanup when we're done. We normally let the dog have the litter of puppies in the shower area with towels and everything in there, so that way she's comfortable. We can clean it up as we go. We don't usually worry about cleaning anything up until around 24 hours. We don't wash the puppies though. They are not going to get washed. Don't do that. We don't wash mom, even though a lot of times you really want to wash mom. You can use a warm, damp cloth. That's about all I would do if you have to. Otherwise, just keep mom healthy, keep access to water, keep access to food, so that way if she gets hungry, she can have something to eat after she gives birth. If she is thirsty, she can drink something. Normally, before, when she goes into phase 2 of pregnancy, where she's getting ready to deliver, she will usually not want to eat. She might even vomit because of the spasms that she's having with delivery. She's definitely not a happy camper. She just wants to be left alone, hang out. As a person taking care of a dog and whelping a dog, you don't need to do very much. You don't need to oh my God, do I have to have scissors and stuff like that. We'll go over some of the things that you may need, but most of the time, Mother Nature takes care of everything. So looking at Molly, she's panting, she's relaxed, she's looking pretty comfortable. We're watching her belly to see if there's any contractions, any type of stiffening and relaxing, anything that shows us that, hey, she's getting ready to deliver. You'll see some fluid possibly, and then after usually around up to 16 to 18 hours, you're gonna find that she's ready to give birth, if not sooner. Depends on your dog, depends on how many times she's given birth. So the reality is you just need to keep an eye on your pet. So normally from the time that she starts having the panting and everything to the time she starts delivering could be up to 18 hours. Don't stress if it is up to 18 hours. If it gets longer than that, reach out to your vet. And when in doubt, contact your vet. By now, when she's in this form of of pregnancy, where she's at day number 62, which is really when she's ready to deliver, you should have already had her to the vet at least once, maybe even twice. Make sure she's up to date on her shots. Get an x-ray of her belly. Usually around day number 49 to 50, I would x-ray the belly. The reason I say that is because you can count the puppy heads. You know exactly how many puppies are in there, or approximately. And that way, in between each puppy, you'll be able to say, okay, well, it's been 1 to 2 hours and I haven't seen a puppy, and I know that the x-ray said we had 10 puppies and I only have 8 puppies here, so there's a puppy possibly that's stuck in the birth canal. So if it goes greater than 1 hour to 2 hours in between puppies and mom looks like she's stressed, take her to the vet. If it's after business hours and your vet's closed, go to the emergency vet. It's worth it to save a puppy. And so, as you see here, she's starting to get comfortable. She definitely looks like she's stretching out a little bit. You might even be lucky enough to see a puppy being born right now. Normally the puppies come out in a birth sac and a placenta is formed or delivered after each puppy. Now, the mom is going to eat the placenta and she's going to lick the birth sac off of the puppies, and that's okay. It's completely fine. It gives the mom nourishment, and that's, trust me, in between each puppy, that's going to help them out. If she's eaten more than 2 or 3 placentas though, I would say hold off and feed her any more placentas, only because it can make her nauseous. And we don't need a mom throwing up in the middle of all this. She's going to lick the puppies, lick the puppies, lick the puppies, and clean them, and it's going to be actually a, Mother Nature taking over. If you have to help her get the sack off of the puppies, you can do that. You can just use a pair of gloved hands, and what that's going to have, what I would always recommend is you get a set of gloves. You can buy any gloves from the local, drugstore, and then have a little gauze. You can have a little bit of dental floss. That's to tie the umbilical cords if the mom does not chew through the umbilical cords. Normally they chew through it. But if the mom doesn't, then you may have to step in and help. You just tie a double knot around the umbilical cord and then you cut. All right, so make sure you leave at least an inch to inch and a half from the puppy. So don't cut too close of the umbilical cord to the puppy with a good set of scissors. All right, use gloved hands, and that way everything's as clean as possible. You can use plenty of cloths, and that reason is you need plenty of cloths in there to catch a lot of fluid. There's gonna be a lot of fluid, all right? Once again, make sure you have access to water for your pet. Make sure also that you have food. She's not gonna wanna eat during all this, except for the placenta, but when she's done, she's gonna get hungry. Overall, that's about it. I mean, it's really nothing to get too stressed over. I think that as long as you understand, let Mother Nature do its thing, contact your vet if needed, keep a steady hand and a good strong heart, you're gonna be just fine. All right, this is Sean Del Grego with Boxers Del Grego, and thank you for listening. Hopefully this helped you a little bit. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe.